Good morning, Mr. Price here. Wanted to talk to you about reading. Reading is one thing that you cannot get by without. And the only way to get better at reading is to read more. Practice, practice, practice. To help try to get you excited about reading, I wanted to share with you a sneak peek from a book that I think you might enjoy. Third Wheel, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Book 7. I'm going to read a little bit to you this morning and hopefully get you excited about books and reading books. The more you read, the better you get at it. The better you get at reading, the better you can do in school. Let's read a little bit of The Third Wheel by Jeff Kinney. Sunday, it's January. I wish I'd started keeping a journal a lot earlier on, because whoever ends up writing my biography isn't going to have much information on my years before middle school. Luckily, I remember just about everything that happened to me since I was born. Right. In fact, I can even remember stuff that happened to me before I was born. Back in those days, it was just me floating around in the dark, and I was as happy as I could be. I didn't have homework or chores. I didn't have to get dressed in the morning. I just swam around and did backflips and took naps whenever I wanted. If it was up to me, I would have stayed right where I was for the rest of my life. Everything was going great until this one day I heard strange noises coming from the outside. At the time, I didn't know what the heck I was hearing, but I found out later on it was my mom piping in classical music through these speakers she used to put on her belly. There's a picture of his mom with the speakers on her belly. All I can say is I was not too happy that my nap time was getting disturbed, but that was just the beginning. Each night, Mom and Dad would tell me all the boring details of what was going on in their lives. And then Mommy went to the store where she bought you an adorable blue hat with little duckies on it. Nice. The truth is, Mom didn't even need the microphone because she talked loud enough that I could hear everything she was saying anyway. So that meant I had listened in on all of her phone conversations. I crave pickles too, but I can't get them. They make me gassy. There's Greg wondering, do I really need to be hearing this? And on top of that, Mom would read these long books to me before she went to bed every night. I guess she thought if she read to me, I'd turn out to be like some kind of genius or something. I hope that works. I actually wish I'd paid more attention when she was reading me all those books, though. We had a test on a book I was supposed to read but forgot, but I'm pretty sure Mom read it to me way back then. So I tried to remember the plot, but I was drawing a total blank. I guess the day Mom was reading that book to me, I was busy doing something else. Probably wasn't paying attention. I don't know what it is about new parents that makes them so romantic, but every time Mom and Dad got all mushy, I had to deal with that too. I'm not real comfortable when people are affectionate around me, especially when it's my parents. I did everything I could to try to stop them, but they never got the message. There's Greg kicking them because they were trying to smooch. He's kicking them from her belly. Silly Greg. In fact, everything I did just seemed to backfire. Every time we kiss, I feel a little kick. And they said, so let's just kiss again. I don't think that's what he intended. Eventually, I decided I was going to have to bust out of there. And that's why I was born 3 weeks early. By the time I finally got out in the world, I was totally sleep deprived and in a pretty bad mood. So if you ever see a picture of the baby and they look all wrinkled and unhappy, now you know why. Ever since I was born, I've been trying to recreate the happiest times of my life. But when you're living in a house with 4 other people, some fool is always going to come along and mess things up for you. Look, he's enjoying his bath. Who shows up? Roderick. Oh, and look, there's his other little brother. Nice. Oh, that's it. That's all you get to read. You were one of the first few kids that got to preview Jeff Kinney's brand new book, The Third Wheel. It hit shelves November 13th, 2012. I know many of you have already pre-ordered it. I've got 2 copies pre-ordered. I can't wait to get it here and to keep reading. Remember, the only best way to get better at reading is to read more. You got to preview The Third Wheel. My name's Mr. Price. Enjoy the rest of your day at Richland Upper Elementary. Keep reading.